a friend of mine, and I've done this too. The turmeric and pepper.
Mhm.
He made this concoction with turmeric, pepper, ginger, and you've seen them probably, right? And
Mhm.
a little bit of honey, and he used coconut water and lemon, all good stuff. And he lost 12 pounds of probably inflammation because he said he did nothing different but that. And he's got plenty to go. But I was wondering what your opinion of something like that is. It was within, I think, 10 days.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He said his knees aren't aching and he's just feeling so much better. He used real turmeric. Got the root and he cooked it and strained it.
All
And
right.
made
So,
like a tea out
so
of it.
It's cold, so he gave me some. It
Yeah.
tasted really good. He gave me some too to try. And he put it in jars and he just boiled it in the coconut water, and then he strained the root out. It had ginger, coconut water. It had lemon, pepper, of course, to for the turmeric,
Right.
um, and a little bit of honey.
okay. All right.
And yeah, and then he strained it, and after that he just poured it into big mason jars, and that was the only thing he changed. And he said he feels so much better. He's not having the aches in his joints.
So it's basically a hot drink. He made it.
No, he ended up making it cold
Oh,
after
okay.
he boiled it, and then he put it in the it tastes good cold.
Okay. Cold drink. Got it. Okay.
Can I ask you a question? When you say he lost inflammation, are you saying that he had a lot of swelling?
Well, that could
Yeah,
be one manifestation. Mhm.
yeah. I
Okay.
So,
think he's not seen a doctor. It's all, speculation at this point.
mhm. But so Sarah's question for me was, what do I think? Okay, so I think I would also speculate that it's inflammation loss because of 10 days is a quick turnaround. And I see this very often with people I work with is they'll lose 8 to 12 pounds quickly when they get started, um, because there's so many different anti-inflammatory strategies we're implementing. And so if you look at this drink that he made, I mean, turmeric is massively anti-inflammatory. Ginger is massively anti-inflammatory. Lemon's got some anti-inflammatory flavonoids and polyphenols. Pepper helps deliver the turmeric more efficiently to the body. Coconut water is providing good electrolytes, and honey has some anti-inflammatory and biofilm busting properties and other factors as well. So if if this was someone who had inflammation, you said he had achy joint, he had less joint pain and things too.
Yes, specific to his knees. He said he was really feeling a lot of, he's overweight as
Okay.
well, but he was having a lot of pain throughout his body, but specific to his knees, he said he had no pain in his knees now.
Okay. Yeah. So he started overweight and he had knee pain. How old is he? Do you know?
He's younger than me. He's probably 40, 45.
Male 45, we'll say. Overweight and in pain to start. Okay, so then in 10 days, he lost 12 pounds drinking a concoction of this using the actual roots and natural versions, not supplements. Okay,
Right.
so that suggests if he was overweight with body-wide pain, that suggests that he was inflamed. Okay, it's pretty safe to say he's inflamed. So we
Mhm.
have we have that set up suggesting inflammation, and then the fact that he would lose 10 pounds so quickly suggests that the weight he lost wasn't necessarily fat or muscle in 10 days of drinking something. There's probably more inflammation, so it's probably more fluid related to inflammation. And Maria asked, well, would that be swelling? Likely. So when you're inflamed, if you've ever sprained your ankle, you have pain and then it quickly swells, right? And that swelling is fluid going to the area as edema. And so, that's a local example of inflammation. He has a sprained ankle. Well, if he's systemically inflamed, you could picture him as spraining his whole body, right? So then his whole body would swell. He would carry more fluid on a body-wide level. Well, fluid weighs something, right? So when you lose a bunch of fluid through anti-inflammatory strategies, you're going to lose weight. And the more overweight you are and the more inflamed you are, the more weight you have to lose quickly through reducing inflammation. And so that looks to be the mechanism behind this drink. And if you're interested, there's a great book recently published by Michael Greger. He's a medical doctor from Cornell University. It's called How Not to Age, and he's the originator of nutritionfacts.org, and he's all about using diet to heal everything. And he talks about in there, like there's tons of studies where they've given people just 1/10 to 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric root, like just the spice every day. And it massively reduces inflammatory markers and chronic disease risk for heart disease and dementia, and all these things. And it, 1/8 to 1/10 of turmeric root a day is like a penny a day. He says in there, if you're doing a 1/4 teaspoon of dried ginger powder a day, massively anti-inflammatory. Ginger also supports the gastrointestinal barrier, mucosal barriers as well. So those are two that he repeatedly talks about, and the third one that wasn't in this drink, but that he talks about a lot is garlic. So turmeric, garlic, and ginger would kind of be the three big time anti-inflammatory herbs or spices that he talks about for a lot of different chronic disease issues and
Who is the
inflammatory
author?
conditions.
Who is the author, did you say?
Michael Greger, Gregor. If you just search How Not to Age in Amazon, it'll come up, or Audible.
Okay.
He also has a book, How Not to Die and How Not to Diet. And so it's thoroughly referenced. So the How Not to Age book is over 500 pages, but when he had all the references in it, it was over 2,000 pages. So he had to move them to a digital source. So it's really well done. And so it's actually, I've started to just shoot a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger each morning when I wake up. I've already been using turmeric on my breakfast for months, and I put garlic and vinegar and that stuff on just about everything. So these are ways that you can, for pennies a day, massively reduce inflammation in a scientifically proven way. And so here's an example of the guy Sarah knows that he did it with a simple drink.
Is turmeric safe for everybody? Are these things pretty generally safe for
Yeah.
all inflamed people?
Yeah, especially if you're doing like the whole food spice, right? Versus, a turmeric or curcumin supplement that's a proprietary blend of certain things extracted from it. Maybe not, but the whole food version, like the turmeric root, you have the whole continent of India to look at and say,
Okay.
here's maybe that's 1 billion people. I don't know how many are in India, but it's
A lot.
lots of millions. And it's
So how do you turn on the turmeric if you can't do black powder? Pepper.
you're still it's still gonna help you.
Okay.
So like in the studies, they're just taking literally a 1/10 of a teaspoon is like a pinch. That's what's so crazy about it. It's almost like, did I even do anything with that? And the study's looking at 1/10 of a teaspoon a day is creating huge physiologic effects. So just pick a meal to just sprinkle it on, like maybe a salad or something, or for the dried ginger root, I literally open up the spice bottle, dip my my half teaspoon spoon in there and take half of that spoon worth and just shoot it. Some people might not want to do that, but you can add it to whatever. Go ahead, Kay.
Okay, I think I'm unmuted. Okay, so my husband Jeff, who's 83, he makes his drink straight from the turmeric root,
Mhm.
probably once a week. He's fairly slim, but he was using it for the inflammation in the knees because he had a knee replacement
Mhm.
a little over a year ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. But anyway, so and he drinks it hot. He does just like what Sarah's friend did, but straight the root,
Mhm.
cooks it out, strains the pulp. But I can see that he loves pepper, so he could actually add pepper, and then he uses it for the next several days as a hot drink.
Yeah.
And he can make it weaker by adding more water. It comes out pretty strong.
Mhm.
And so he's been weakening it with water. Obviously, he can weaken it with something else. But so let me ask you. So you're saying, seeing as my questions are, I'm having trouble with some of the.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let's save those. Let's stay
Save
focused
those,
on this
okay.
for now. But to your husband's case, there's also been studies that looked at taking ginger root and actually shaving it thinly and topically applying the ginger shavings to the knee or the joint that hurts.
Oh, directly.
Yeah, so that's another potential strategy. And then there was another study that looked at uh, applying flaxseed oil to osteoarthritic knees, and that also reduced pain.
Okay.
So
Yeah. He
those
didn't lose weight. He didn't have really any weight inflammation to lose or weight to lose, but
right. Well, he could still have inflammation to lose,
right.
but not have been overweight. So there's lots of very inflamed, skinny, thin people too.